Back here at the Overwatch Beat Invitational Season 4, where Jason learns that food goes moldy in apartments without air conditioning. And now he's also starving because he didn't get to eat while looking for food that wasn't moldy. So, Jason, how does it feel to be a hungry boy?
Oh, delicious.
Wow. You're just gonna eat right now. It's I respect it, whatever. But yes.
I'm a
As it
hungry
turns
man,
out
okay?
that your German apartment's belief in not having air conditioning might be bad for the quality of your food.
I didn't know strawberries would mold that quickly, alright? Let's move past it. Let's just move on. Let me start my food that I heated up that I don't get to eat right now. And let's talk about
Twitch
this next
chat
match.
advised that you could just lick off the mold and then eat the strawberry. Not my advice.
Yeah, but Twitch chat's not very bright sometimes.
Whoa. Are you insulting the hive mind?
No, that's what you told me earlier.
Whoa, wait. How is this somehow coming back on me with this, like, double reverse, just dramatic music? Wow, now they hate all of us, Jason. I was playing the good cop. Now it's just bad cop, worst cop, hungry cop. 15 seconds left to go, and we got Faras in play.
Yeah, keep going. I didn't just take a bite.
Oh, you didn't just take a bite. All right, so we're here on the solo cast right now where Jason might be able to cast while blind, but he can't cast with food in his mouth. That's what we're finding out here, as it's going to be bye week. Taking the air, Minish in the skies. Meanwhile, on the other side for Karasuno, newcomers on the block. Far, also on the Pharah. And you see right now, he sees where bye week is coming in from. And of course, bye week, known historically for their heavy tank strategies. Not quite as much here as running the Pharah as Far. Looks to take this Pharah fight in motion as Minish shuts him right down.
I honestly thought you had a stutter for a second when you were saying Farah. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, it is bye week though. I mean, they have more men on point. They should be able to catch one relatively easy. And if you're, what? Just die? What are they doing? You just need to die here for Karasuno. Like you've lost quite a few people. I'm amazed that bye week hasn't punished them for this and actually killed them off. And now JKW's fallen. The potential retake is possible.
Jason, Karasuno is Japanese for never say die. And actually,
is it really?
No, absolutely not. But you know what? It's so much more down. Far takes out 3 off the other side. His revenge is complete, and they might not even need the Graviton to retake here, as bye week now going to be looking to go back. So who needs conventional wisdom about resets when you can retake there?
I don't know why bye week didn't push the 3. They were off point. That was like kind of a free couple of kills and free chance to maintain control even longer. So they give it up. They get punished for it, and they lose the point, and they have some massive amount of ults ready to go against them. This is gonna be, they're not gonna win this next fight. There's no way, unless it's a major mess up.
They've just about everything. By the way, we didn't even mention Hidan is on Karasuno, the legend himself, as Kaguru holding on to the Graviton Surge. Drops the ground for finish over the top from Barrage, but it's a Barrage on the other side. Both Faras trading off rockets, and the hungry dragon of Bustio actually gonna put over the top for Karasuno here. That resurrection, Pizza Demon, it's probably for the best that it didn't get off.
Just rubbing it in on me. Hungry Dragon, Pizza Demon, just making this impossible for me to cast. But that was a fight they should have lost. They did use 3 ultimates though, so it was kind of maybe a little bit of overcommitment. But in the end, that could have gone the other way if they didn't commit the extra one into that. So they still have a Trance, they still have a Valkyrie. They have a major advantage in support ultimates. They have a Shatter where Karasuno doesn't just yet, and they're going into White Halls. So if you can see Ace of Spades lay down the law here.
Well, Ace of Spades,
be another one fight.
See Ace of Spades just feeling that hunger right now to drop the Earth Shatter and till the soil. Has the Earth Shatter at the ready. Moving on forward, drops the hammer, knocks down 2. Nothing too crazy, but gonna lead the 2 kills. And he holds up the shield going, I don't care if you explode on me, it's fine. Karasuno gonna be taking this fight, and I don't know why bye week res there, just jump off, but you do you.
I mean, keep in mind though, like 30 seconds, there's only 20 seconds left until they finish the round, so that extra 10-second window they're gonna have as advantage of could be pretty damn big. Karasuno though is gonna have Shatter this time. I would imagine they're gonna go White Halls yet again, try to force out the Shatter v Shatter battle, and if Ace of Spades can hold it correctly, then they don't really have that big ult that they need to push this down. They also have a whole hog, and they've had to give up ground here now.
Karasuno doesn't have a back button, just in case you're curious, and oh, well, he doesn't have a good Earth Shatter either. It's blocked fully as the dragon just barrels his way on through once more. 4 to 5 kills for Bustio. That dragon couldn't have been better placed, and it's going to be Karasuno taking round 1.
So the team who came in second for the Open Division, looking pretty damn strong. Bustio, like, has been doing some really good dragons. That one was just like free hand. Didn't have a Graviton Surge to pair up with, and he still got a nice double kill on point.
The key there, Dragon, is that Dragon was able to feast. It had all different flavors of which to consume in and on the point, and Karasuno feeling pretty sated after that last battle.
I'm feeling pretty sated myself as well.
Are you
Get
actually?
a couple bites here or there, yeah.
Okay. I'm
If you want to keep
trying
my-
to find as many food references as possible, but now you're just taking the fun out of it from me. I hope you understand that.
I live in Germany, so it's like 1 a.m. for me already. Like way past my bedtime, as I'm an old man.
You know, we
According to-
never had the moment where, whether it be Mitch on the monthly melees or here, we've never had the moment of the German police just coming in and like actually being pissed that you guys were being loud late at night. But you might be the first, Jason.
That's good. Okay, I can't go into that. I'm gonna get in real trouble if I actually say what I was gonna say. But look at this push-in. With the Lucio advantage, the speed advantage, Bywik have already gone top of point. And now they're forcing the other team to play into these tight choke points to get in through the doorway, and they've already been able to punish that.
Well, with Ace of Spades going down early, Aifa, how do you pronounce that? Aifa? I'm going with Aifa for now. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
It looks kind of rigged. Also, like our admin Tifa.
Well,
FIFA.
only when it's FIFA, except actually, we'll say where it is. Every tournament, there's been that long pause, but maybe not this case. Any case, Bywik holding on right now off of that Hun's play of Aifa, but with Boostio getting Pizza Demon early on, this could be a very different story. Boostio already has a Dragon Strike coming in off the flank, and this Dragon likely going to let loose here in a moment. But no, not needed. Far had the great angle needed, and Karasuno is just going to easily take this point.
I really want to make a Celine Dion reference, but I don't know how many people would actually get it if I did with her, with Far.
Was your heart going to go on?
Exactly. Thank you, ZP. See, I knew you would get it.
Look, one of my summers as a child was defined by hating every store my mom brought me into because they played that song everywhere. We get it, Titanic was a big movie. Don't need to hear Celine Dion.
As long as you don't hate the song or Celine Dion, she's a national treasure in Canada. That's gonna be Boostio again coming through the Dragon Strike. It's only one though, and Aifa is able to pick up a double kill with the Storm Arrows.
Nano boosted Hanzo! Aifa with the nano boost off the other side, picked off Far, looking for a little bit more. We see the Frog King went Valkyrie and immediately got sniped out of the sky. Aifa breaking this fight wide open for Bywik right now.
Yeah, forget Pugs. Who's he? I mean, getting a nano boost as a Hanzo is kind of unheard of, but he does some serious work with it. Boostio again responds off the back, gets a kill on a Pizza Demon. Now he's gonna fall diminished. So able to return 1 for 1. It should allow them to hold on even longer. Now Hayden, very low on HP. He's gonna transcend it in. Wait, they're already down a man. What are you doing?
Oh, I guess they decided to go straight into the Dragon. Transcendence is faded. The Dragon is still alive. And the Graviton Surge keeping Bywik nice and tidy as Far just blazing the damage over the top. Far silently having a very good game right now. That's going to be Karasuno well on their way to retaking this point.
Yeah, it's going to be a take. And with Hedon uses Transcendence, they're going to have a Graviton to at least throw out Minish. Kind of need to stay spread out here. Luckily for them, they have Far and they have Mercy to stick with them. So they have at least those two potentially free. And then you have Boostio as well who could potentially escape from them. They just have to be very careful because they don't have anything to counter this Graviton. And Aifa already able to respond with the kill on Hedon. This should be a 1-5 for them. They're going to invest the Graviton as well.
Just lobs the Graviton in, no care given, and hey, self-destruct on the top. Why not have a little bit of cleanup for good measure? Bywik making it look easy as they retake the point, and that's going to put them on top.
I was at first gonna criticize them for the self-destruct, saying maybe it wasn't necessary and get Sheer Shoy, like maybe closer to his oh my god, his Shatter. But Ace of Spades had his own up as well, so being very smart about it to not overcommit and not kind of underestimate what Ace of Spades can do here with the Shatter too.
Don't worry, if there's anything that you can rely on, it's Sheer Shoy getting up close and personal with his opponents. The man does not have a back heat. Oh, he gets charged back. That's one way of forcing him out. And the barrage takes him out of the fight. The Dragon clears the way. And Bywik, in a blink of an eye, has essentially lost this fight as Far continues his reign of dominance.
Yeah, I think Far and Boostio have both actually been playing really well. Like, I actually don't know. The only person I know on their team is Ace of Spades and Hedon. But I haven't really heard of the other people. I don't know if you've heard of them on other teams or if they've been on anything notable in North America.
I know they've been in and around the Tier 3, Tier 2 scene for a while, and this is where we're starting to bear a little bit of fruit, right? We've seen these people for a while. They're getting better. They're getting more team experience. But now, Bywik, backs against the wall. This is a fight they must win. They don't have any ult to go with it. They're gonna have to deal with the Valve
Graviton.
here. There's a Graviton early on. Shearshoy finds himself unable to move forward, but Ace of Spades is too far out. Picked off early on. Fraud King invests the Transcendence, has to heal up Hedan and give him time to get the Transcendence, but no! Hedan falls to Y2 in the moment, but the res is there. Hedan's back up, and he's got Transcendence way to victory as Karasuno is holding very strong.
I was about to say, if you're going to lose this fight with that kind of ult advantage and with that positional advantage, then you don't deserve to win the map, but they've been able to do it here. They've been able to clean that one up, even with Ace of Spades getting a little bit too far up and a little bit too aggressive, and Karasuno coming out strong and showing what the open divisions really got.
All right, Karasuno taking the first map here and looking pretty good here so far, where again, we're seeing different shades of gameplay, but look, you want to give some credit where credit is due. Far was looking very good through all this, and we didn't talk about too much in the preamble, but it's good to see the return of Hedan, where I think there was a lot of interesting reasons as to why he didn't end up on higher end teams from his glory days going back to 2016, but seeing Hedan back in competition period just, brings a tear to my eye almost, because there was a point where if you were to ask people what one of the very best flex supports in the game would be, they'd be like, oh, Hedan, for sure.
Yeah, take a little bit out of the books of Unco, both being French and all.
That's exactly where it goes. You're just like, yeah, they're both French.
I mean, just name a better duo than French players and being good supports.
Is fair. I don't know if you're leading me to a trap where I'm just going like, yes, French players are very good supporting it. Then
I could potentially be. I'm trying to think if it's even close to a reasonable thing.
No, I'm just like wondering where the baguette comes out of nowhere and just like, surprises me. But I don't know. We'll leave it where it is. We're just gonna stop before that goes into territory I don't know where it's heading. Yeah. Okay. Good. We're leaving it. We're leaving it.
So we're going to King's Row next, and it looks like we will have Karasuno going to be on the attacking side. Is that correct? No, bye week will be. Karasuno will be attacking first. Yeah. Okay. So they get to set the pace of the map, most importantly, which would be interesting. Which I think that means bye week. Yeah, bye week had the better seed in this, and bye week lost their first map choice. Actually, no, it's coin flip. So I didn't actually see who got the coin flip win.
We're losing all control of the broadcast, Jason, in the last 30 seconds. I just want you to know that we were in firm control and suddenly it's been wrested away from us, and I don't know why.
How's it out of control? What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think we're getting back in control. It's fine. As Tifa is saying something, great reaction time. I don't know what you did. Okay, Jason just saying, cute. I'm working and eating.
Minish called me cute, and I had to say no him.
Well, I'm glad you were able to find some time to eat, and you found some food in your apartment that wasn't actually moldy, so congratulations to you on hitting bare essentials for living.
Well, cottage cheese is meant to be green, right? Like blue cheese?
I don't even like cottage cheese to begin with, and that just made my stomach turn. So let's talk about the video game. That thing where we're looking at bye week and the defense that they're going to be holding out here with, and it's going to be triple tank. Not too surprising for bye week, but Aifa on the Widowmaker in the deck. So they're not going with the Hanzo in any way, shape, or form. Instead going, we trust in the smug French woman.
I'm just trying to think, like, logistically, like, why would you take one over the other, the Hanzo versus the Widow? It's because the Widow has more pick potential.
Look after yourself.
I would say
has the ability to like escape easier.
Yeah, I would say the Widow, what you're looking for is when you're confident you're going to win the shield battle anyways and you just want pickups, whereas the Hanzo has more of an overall impact in terms of breaking shields and being more on the front line. So it kind of depends too. Also, do you have a good Widow player or not? And we'll see if Aifa is that player.
They're running like a Zarya, so like to me it's saying like, yeah, why not have a Hanzo? Because then you have that potential to combo if you lose first point or if you are holding first point. I mean, we'll see. I mean, they're up against a Widow, or sorry, a Pharah, so Widow's gonna be a lot stronger against a Pharah than a Hanzo, in my opinion, at least.
Ace of Spades gets the wrong end of Shearshoy early on, but Boostio off the flank gets rid of the Widow threat. And now think about how much room Boostio is gonna have here in the moment where who's gonna be getting on Hanzo here? Not too many people, especially with D.Va falling. So Boostio, plenty of room to work with, gets rid of his two biggest threats. And now it's Hanzo's world, and bye week might just be living in it. Storm arrows to finish off a triple kill for Boostio. Surgical coming up from Karasuno. That's going to be the first point.
Just rinse and repeat from Lijiang Tower on Garden when we saw Boostio just absolutely dominate. Or sorry, no, it was when it was Garden. It was absolutely dominating with the Hanzo. And look how aggressive Far can be now with the Frog King. I mean, all they have to worry about now is the Hanzo, which again, now they've switched back to the Hanzo after using the Wu in the first point. They've lost all percent for him. Luckily, it's not that big of a deal for Hanzo since you can build it up quickly, but still. And this allows Far to play even more aggressive now because you're not really as worried, I think, by Hanzo.
Bustio's trying to climb to the window, but Minish just slams it right in his face. Bye-week coming back out, and they're going to invest even more. They're going to put that nano boost on the Minish, and that's a twofer there. Not only are you winning the fight, but you're building up the graviton for the next.
Yeah, like, I was just thinking just now, like, they don't have a Zen. So they don't have the damage amp that's actually, like, super impactful. They don't have that extra damage dealer. But if you can get these nano boosts like if you get this nano boost used often, which with triple take you're gonna have often, then it does give you the ability to nano in a lot of these fights and use that damage fall that you don't have of a Zen to put onto someone like Hanzo or to Zarya to build extra gravs.
One thing's
I
so
don't know
unfortunate.
if I like it though.
Pizza when he gets poked, it takes a while to get healed. Graviton though out from Minish, pulls in 3, gonna force a Transcendence out from Heat, and as far as says, let's make it rain. Rockets on the other side, trades his life for Pizza Demon. And the Transcendence enough as the Dragon comes out once more. Bustio clears the way, and Karasuno will keep this payload moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, the Ana, it takes a little bit to kind of like heal up a tank after, you know, in that time, but you're losing like a damage dealer. You're losing a res, you're losing Discord, you're losing, like I said, like a damage dealer, like out of a Zenyatta. I feel like you're just losing a lot. I mean, yes, you do get the advantage of the biotic grenades. You can anti-heal them, but
We haven't seen the big bio nades at Pizza
Yeah.
Demon here though. The justifying, oh, Bustio too far deep. Gets waifu directly in his face, and suddenly Bye-week's gonna say, yeah, actually, we're gonna barrier. We're gonna roll on through. Our waifu's better than your waifu. Just diving on in, powered by the Diva, and Minish now gets 53% towards the next grab.
I think that was a misstep by Ace of Spades. He charged him, and I think Guru didn't have a bubble for him, so he got anti-nated, then he just got killed. You definitely need those bubbles specifically for those situations to keep them alive. But it also means that Guru, with there not being a Zen on the other team, he can choose to be more aggressive, I guess, with his bubbles to get energy. Whereas if you have Zens, you kind of just need to play defensively with it since your shield dies so quickly, and you need to use it to clear a Discord orb to make sure you can heal up a target or heal up your tank. But I think like he can be more aggressive, but at the same time, if someone gets Balgrened like that, he needs to also be able to know that and get the shield up on time.
Well, to the nerve you're spinning, that's a nano-boosted Dragon coming out, and man, does that make the Dragon even hungrier. Ace of Spades melted down the moment, and Aifa not done yet. The Dragon, with the boost, sets the stage, and look, for all the talk about Ana, the boost setup definitely worked out for Bye-week there.
It did, and he's back up to what, 50% on his next one? 60%? Really? Are you kidding me?
Hey, look, when the Dragon takes multiple trips to the buffet, sometimes you might have to close it down. I don't know what to tell you.
He's gonna be up to 70%, and like by the time the poke happens at him into the next fight, you should have it up again. He's not gonna have a blade to use it on, but you know, you can give it to Sheer Shoy, which I don't know why he shattered at the end. He only hit Guru, only one target, and they already won the fight anyways. But maybe give over to hit, maybe go over to Minish again, but Minish is about to have another Graviton, and they're just slowly getting recycled here now.
Well,
They
the
need
key
to
here
change
is
things
that
up.
Karasuno needs to take the initiative. You can't let the fight start with the Graviton at your expense. Bustio's already looking to the right side, and I think he's going to let loose this grab early. There's the Graviton. Here comes the Dragon. How much are they going to get for him? Waifu was trying to block it. Didn't quite happen.
No, he did.
Oh,
He
he
buffed
did?
it.
He did? Okay. Bustio, meanwhile, the Dragon on their way. The offense moving on in, but the self-destruct from Waifu sets up Shiroshui. The defense is actually going to hold here. And you're right, the eat on the Dragon, it didn't look like from my end, but on the other end it did, and that's enough.
And the worst part is for him is that like Waifu was on the high ground, and like I think he max ranged it with the defense matrix and like just barely got it, because that would have been them dead. Like they didn't have a transcendence. Remember, they're not running like a combo to stop a blade, or sorry, to stop a dragon strike out of Bustio. That was really clutch out of Waifu.
Well, now with a minute 15 left, it's not much time left for Karasuno to make something happen here. And if anything happens, it's going to come an Earth Shatter. But speaking of Earth Shatter, Shiroshui drops the hammer first. Far's out of the fight immediately. Ace of Spades has to walk back. This could be a good time for a return Earth Shatter, though. The defense keeps pushing forward. Ace of Spades can move forward and drop the hammer himself. Shield almost broken. Is he going to drop it? No, he's going to charge away. Reinhardt's, well, they're either cowards or something else. And that's how Ace of Spades. He was a coward.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Ace though, I mean he wasn't ever fully healed. Like once the shatter came down, there were so many targets to heal that he wasn't back to full HP, so he wasn't feeling confident enough to invest into it. But I mean, with 30 seconds left, they have to make something happen now. Guru on Diva, when he did switch to Brigitte just now. Sorry, going back to the tank.
Early Dragon from Aifa sets the stage with a nice shot by Shearshoy. Got rid of Ace of Spades before the hammer could even be dropped. But yet,
Shearshoy,
why?
That's the third shatter that's just been absolutely useless out of him.
I mean, okay, they already won the fight. Maybe it's a victory shatter, but there's a world where this gets delayed, and he's very much regretting not having a shatter up again. Are they going to be able to get in the point in time? Lucio, touch it with his body. Shearshoy gets a counter pin. Earth Shatter down! And suddenly, here comes Karasuno off the other end, but they're not able to stay on the payload. The Graviton keeps them off. And Shearshoy doesn't have to live down what might have been very rough if they actually lost that fight.
Yeah, his shatters have been very questionable. And I mean, again, I don't know what's going on with the comms with them, so I can't be too harsh on him, but all I can see is the results of them. And they've been solo shatters 2 times and then a shatter on nothing the third. But hey, they held him at second point, so I can't really, speak too harshly. But now they have to kind of put up a good offense. And we'll see what they're going to be using. I don't know how you feel about the Ana Lucio combo.
It's really hard to say. I mean, obviously they were able to hold things at second, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Now, I would say the biggest weakness of it, especially if teams key in on, is that Pizza Demon oftentimes was spending a lot of time quite a far away from his Lucio, which means that if you poke on Ana in any way, she's not going to have very effective ways of healing herself unless she decides to use the Bionade on herself, which at that point you're taking away a lot of the incentive to run Ana. So on one hand, it worked, and it did have decent synergy with Nano Boost on the Hanzo. Is it ideal? I don't know. I mean, I'm willing to be convinced. It's early on in a new meta.
I'm not sold by it yet, but I'll keep an open mind. Because I don't know. You're missing the res, you're missing the damage amp, and you can't depend on Aifa to, go ham with the Dragon Strike every single fight to be able to win it. But one thing yeah, it's true.
Or can you?
But one thing I do like about the Ana, though, is the ability to, oh, we really need to Graviton this next fight. Okay, let me, Nano Boost Minish so you can build up a grab quickly, or we really need a Shatter or a Dragon Strike. And also the confidence that Pizza Demon has in giving the Nano Boost over to Yifa when he doesn't even have Dragon Strike, like we saw in the Zhong Tower.
All right, well, it's going to be a new phase here, and it's going to be double sniper defense in from Karasuno, a little bit different from the defense setup we saw coming in from bye week a moment ago. Far already getting away from the protection of the bubble and says, I don't need this protection. I'm going to look for early shots. Doesn't get it before the offense swaps into the hotel. And Jason, they're just looking to heal up, come in with max shields, and have max power as they get onto that point. The Reinhardt shield, it's back to full, and they're going to go right in.
They did force them to change position, though, so now they're on the high ground. They're fighting against each other. We did have, I think there was Yifa getting pressured by Guru, and Guru does get the kill, and he escapes from at least now. Yeah, Frog King's able to heal him up just in time. And this attack's already gone haywire. It's already gone really lopsided.
They're really split off. Minish is lucky not to be dead, and now he's dead. Karasuno working on the flip side, but here's the problem. The defense isn't staying on the point. I'm not sure if they gave up the tick. If they didn't, they came really close to doing so. And the defense is going to refocus around the point. They get rid of the last few people here, and I don't think they gave up the last tick. I think it came real close, but they should be able to hold and have that reverse the other way.
I think, no, they didn't. Wow. Jeez, your eyesight must be really keen. I couldn't even tell.
You
it
know
looked like
that's
it was
not
something
true.
For me. I know.
You've seen my glasses. Negative 16.5. I'm just saying. Not true.
Wait, native 16.5. That's not true, or your eyesight's not true?
No, my eyesight is terrible. And still, somehow. Either way.
Yeah, it's still somehow you saw it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no. They're trapped in this tight area. They have vision, and you know what? They have a dragon.
Oh, dragon goes in. Dragons go out. You can't explain that, as the defense, for now, is sitting here on the top, challenging the offense to move in, and, well, they're going to move in. A nano-boosted Hog, but it's not the results they desire. Far getting shot after shot from the right side. And once more, it is going to be death and destruction for bye week. They must reset.
I wouldn't mind seeing, a Moira and a Lucio, but Ana, you don't have enough AoE healing for these 3 tanks. In the reload time, I mean, her clip's, what, 14 now or something? Let me actually double check that. Yeah, 14 now on her clip. So it's a lot of extra shots you can get off, but it's not overtime healing. There's delay. There's potential missing when you're shooting. There's potential missing healing kind of thing.
Makes it wonder where Ana is keeping all those healing darts, but hey, she's upgraded. It's a new age, and the dragon is out from Aifa early on in this fight. Not quite going to get what he's looking for right away. Bye week. Trying to come up over the top. And speaking of dragons, here's one from Boostio. Gonna force out the sound barrier. Did that dragon there as bye week. They're doing a lot of rotating. They're not doing a lot of killing here as far as getting shot after shot from the flip side. Finally falls, but look, the damage has been done. This isn't going to be a good attack, barring some crazy miracle on the part of bye week.
Yeah, they're going to get a resin on top of that too. Minish by himself. He's got to be switching out of Hog then if he's going to use a whole Hog there, because that's such a damage-dealing ultimate, and you can mitigate the shield completely out of Ace of Spades. Is he switching? Maybe. No, he's going to keep it. Okay.
Nope. That was just wasted.
I don't hate the Hog, but I would like to have seen like a Rissa Hog just to do the halt hook combo, because then you can pull one person off the high ground easily.
Yeah, it's been very discombobulated for bye week where, like I said, a lot of rotations, not a lot of effectiveness for it. They're going to get halted early, and Shirshoy holding on to the other side. Can't die early, but does. Hedan finishes him off, and Guru just got to layer in the self-destruct after getting demeched. And this is looking very good for the defenses. Bye week, once again, is coming up short.
30 seconds left, and they called.
Frog King was going for the style, was chasing down Pizza Demon, ends up getting slept, but is going to be able to get out of there in time.
And again, Sure charges in. Waifu's just fallen. They've delayed their spawns another 10 seconds. They don't have any time to work with here. That means someone's going to have to rush in. Maybe, I don't even know who. Waifu, JKW? No, that's all crypto because they have Lucio. But Shirshoy won't be there. Dragon's going to come in to stall for time. It's going to do some good damage to them across the line as they try to get in. There's the Shatter finally hitting. It's Guru only again. What has he done to you, Shirshoy? Did he steal your wife?
I mean, he might have. Shirshoy still staring at him, finally goes down. The double sniper defense coming in from Karasuno. Very effective here. And bye week, now we'll have to say goodbye in the first round, as that's going to be Karasuno taking King's Row and taking the series. Good return to form here for Hedan.
That's the second time he's solo Shadow Guru. I don't know what's going on. But that was a great hold, Karasuno. I actually was worried for them considering they didn't even finish the map or finished second point. And yet their defense on first was stupendous. Again, was that? No, that's not the Nano Boost Dragon, unfortunately. But yeah, Karasuno, I think showing why they deserve to be second place, or they got second place in the open division. Well done.
And bye week, I mean, look, bye week was a team that did get into contenders last season, but they were a team with a lot of question marks. I think there's still question marks going forward where they will get their say in contenders trials to improve and try and stay in there. But with competition coming up like Karasuno, I think it's going to be quite difficult for them.
Do you know where that puts us now, ZP, right?
Where does that put us?
Envision versus Grizzly in a best of 3 as we head into the winter matches.
It's going to be a test for the Grizzlies where, look, even though the Grizzlies weren't able to get into playoffs, even though they're facing relegation, what people ended up finding out about season 1 is that Grizzlies improved rather rapidly from the first game into the last game. So the Grizzlies might be able to give Envision a run for their money. I'd say Envision coming off of live experience, even though, they weren't able to get to the finals, they've had plenty of time as a team to gel. They're trying new things. I think Envision is still probably favored, but I could see a world where Grizzlies makes it closer than expected.
Yeah, I actually agree with that one. I think Buds and Fisher have proven to be a pretty damn good combo together in DPS, but obviously that's still a little bit to go, so we do need to head to a break before it. But I've had some good games. Actually, the thing is, what I like about these tournaments so much is you get to see the teams who normally aren't in the spotlight, whether it's contenders or OWL, and you get to see what they can do and be new and upcoming teams. Like, for instance, if the monthly melee didn't happen back then for Hammer Esports or LG Evil as they became known, who knows if Jake and Fact Fiction would have ever gotten into OWL.
I mean, you had players like Jake that came to prominence from those tournaments, players like XQC when he was on his Arc 6 tournament. I mean, literally, I think his stream got really started by the fact that Arc 6 would have a good show. He'd be like, hey, host me after the stream. And then, 12 hours later, a lot of Coca-Cola consumed, suddenly 10,000 viewers, whatever it might be. But guys, we are going to be taking a break. When we come back, it is going to be that fated matchup that is on the way. It's going to be Grizzlies versus Envision. You won't want to miss it. Bye.